This commenter asks, so political movements are bad? And my answer would be, it would depend on the political movement. Obviously, not every political movement, in my opinion, would be a bad movement. But in order to determine whether a political movement is good or bad, I guess you have to show me what that political movement does for the people. A political movement is something that happens for the benefit of the people or in order to oppress the people. Wouldn't you generally agree that that's kind of the two camps that political movements fall into? So, what's the political movement? Is the political movement one of advancement in rights for the citizens of whatever nation the political movement happens to be in? Well, then that's a good movement, in my opinion, or at least that's a portion of a good movement, the expansion of rights. If the movement calls for the suppression or removal of rights, that's not a good movement. If the movement calls for things that are going to help the citizens, better health care, improved infrastructure, better cost of living, a safer environment to raise your family in, safe workplaces, then I think that you're looking at, relatively speaking, a good movement. If a political movement does the opposite of those things, excuse me, then I think that generally speaking, you're looking at a bad political movement. And if you're looking at a political movement that says we're going to limit your rights, we're going to limit what you can do to your body, we're going to limit how you can vote and how long voting lasts, we're going to limit polling places in certain communities, we're going to limit what we teach in our schools as far as our own nation's history, we're going to limit what you can say out in the streets without us coming and getting you. We're going to limit where you can protest and give you First Amendment zones in order to protest. Anything that limits your freedom, that limits your rights, I think is, generally speaking, a bad movement. That's why I don't like MAGA. Of course, the marketing is there, right? Make America great again. Who doesn't want the country that they live in to be great? Right? It's marketing. But is there any reality behind the terminology? No, because America is not great as a result of Trumpism. It's worse as a result of Trumpism. So I think that when you ask, are political movements bad? And I say it depends on the political movement. Obviously, the elephant in the room right now that we're all talking about is the MAGA political movement. I think it's a bad political movement. I think that political movement has had a detrimental effect on our country and our society as a whole. And I think that we need to have a changing of the guard in Congress in order to blunt the further advancement of the MAGA agenda and hopefully, as a result, limit the amount of damage the MAGA movement has done so far.